Nutrition, it can be an incredibly confusing arena, especially if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to gain weight, or if you're trying to get strong, or create some sort of metabolic control that gives you some sort of outcome, specifically and especially aesthetically, right? As we get into the aesthetics, then we can a lot of times dive into some really incredible confusion that is potentially misleading and even worse, right? Making us really miss the mark and go maybe even in the opposite direction. The other thing with nutrition is we tend to ride these roller coasters where our norm, our basic normal nutrition is not so good because convenience and comfort and all these things are, hitting us all of the time. So then we go on these diets, and then the diets like help us lose weight, and maybe they're crash or maybe they're not. And then we go back to what we did before. For my, I think strongest tip or trick, or hack for nutrition is, what is one thing that's not helping you? And we all know the things that aren't helping us. It's not that we don't know what to do, or it's like, we know that broccoli is healthy. We know that Milky Ways are not healthy, right? From a simplistic standpoint, we can get into the weeds and some other stuff, but let's go simplistic. The thing that is not healthy, that you could see yourself not consuming for the rest of your life, and the thing that is healthy that you like, that you can replace with that. And if you did that even once every other month, for the next year to 2 years, you would completely 180 degree your diet, and it would be a lifestyle change that you could sustain for literally the rest of your life. That's kind of my approach usually to nutrition in its basic form. If I'm not doing a bunch of biometrics, if I'm not doing a bunch of measurements and calculating and tracking and all these things, like that's kind of my little life hack.
I would say one thing that people don't do when it comes to nutrition is they don't listen to their body. And more specifically, they don't listen to their gut. They're constantly looking at what experts say, what science says, whatever it is. And the best, most ideal human diet might absolutely suck for you. Because if you don't agree with it, if your body doesn't agree with it, if you find yourself constantly gassy, not sleeping well, always bloated, it doesn't matter if you're eating all the vegetables in the world and you're like, I'm doing the healthiest diet possible, then that's not for you. So I think people put too much power into nutritionists, too much power into the data, and not just looking at what's happening day to day. How do they feel? How much enjoyment are they getting from their diet? How sustainable is their diet? Does it align with their beliefs? I mean, there's so much, like I said, so much misinformation. It's very easy to get kind of lost in that.
Yeah. So I remember that one diet where all you ate was beans, and I just couldn't be around. No, I'm just kidding.
Which was actually earlier today. Had a lot of beans today.